What is going on, guys? Today we're going to be looking at the best players you can get under 250,000 coins currently in FIFA 23. So we've got a varied selection from defenders to maybe a goalkeeper, but then also some midfielders and strikers. And we're going to be looking at predominantly 250 to about 100k. I have got 100k players and under if you want to check that one out at the end of the video. To start with, we've got Park Ji-sung, the hero that, to be honest, in terms of stat-wise, looks pretty standard, but in terms of in-game, body type and just general ability on the ball is actually really nice for the price. He is obviously one of the cheaper ones, coming in just over 100,000 coins. 3-star, 4-star, which is the only thing that lets him down. I do think, in general, this card with an upgrade to maybe a 90 Park Ji-sung could actually be a beautiful card going forward. Maybe we see him in Shapeshifter as hopefully more striker or winger rather than necessarily a left back or right back. He has got the alternative positions of a right mid, and left wing, as well as the original cam, and in general the stats are very nice. And you got to think of when this card came out. Realistically, this was, what, a month ago, maybe a month and a half by now, that this card came out, and most definitely was a very, very viable option in a cam. Maybe lost a bit of meta relevancy at the minute, but most definitely can still be put in to a Prem team or anything to get some chem if you could choose him as a cam. Are you tired of using players like this? I would much rather have teams more like this. Then I recommend going over to skycoach.gg for all of your coaching and coins needs. They are cheap, fast and reliable, but at the checkout make sure you are using code JT11 for a discount on your orders. Back to the video. Next up is a German striker, Völler. He is an 89 rated Bundesliga hero. He is the original hero as well, so you have got the option of the Serie A Völler Hero World Cup. That's a mouthful, but that one is incredible, but it's coming in at a hefty price. I still think Völler's got a shot in it. He's a wonderful striker that, to be honest, was kind of really hoping he would be an icon. But again, I will take the heroes if they keep getting upgrades in the near future as well. We saw the 91. If we could see a 94, 95, maybe before team of the season or at least during, that would be absolutely incredible. He's a 3-star, 4-star again, but he has absolutely bags of pace, great finishing, some decent dribbling. Most definitely could do with that upgrade, but he's got a good amount. And then also some physicality and head accuracy. We have got the finesse shot and power header as the two traits, and in general a very, very good striker that I've used on the second account for quite some time now. Going back into the defense is going to be Blanc. This is mid Blanc, and I think this is where really he kind of steps up in terms of the base to the mid. His obvious base is a cam, so personally I just don't like him as a cam, whereas the centre back versions, his mid, World Cup and also his prime, are sensational. If you're looking for a cheap centre back and preferably you want an icon or a French icon, this guy is absolutely perfect. And in terms of stats, there isn't really anything that shouts out at me that this guy is incredible, and I say it every time we do a tier list, an icon reveal. Blanc is incredible in game. His pace definitely gets better with the shadow, obviously takes that up to 87 I believe, and in general the defending prowess on him is monstrous. Great physicals on him, the ball control obviously is quite nice, and also he's got a little bit of passing which works really well. He has got team player as well, and I would 100% recommend any version of Blanc above the mid. I would say the World Cup probably has the kind of new dynamic feel which I like, but the prime is normally going to be the best one. And then we go to a super sub in Adama Traore. I personally don't like him as a starter. I've used him a couple of times and I feel like he loses his edge when everybody's fresh. But when he's as a super sub, he is fantastic. The pace is just lightning, as we know with Adama. He's normally got a version, an 86, an 87, a 90, whatever. He has bags of pace and bags of physicality. He's got a 4-star, 4-star, high-low work rates, can be striker centre forward with this winter wildcard version, and he's obviously got everything you need to bomb down the wing. Up front or wing, wherever, if you've got to, I'd say if you go in striker, you've got to have a partner with him, because even though his pace is good, it's very, very good, as well as the physicality, the dribbling side of stuff is still a little bit weak, and the composure isn't quite up to scratch. So preferably I normally try and pass it across, or at least get in behind, maybe draw the keeper out and try a sweat goal there, or take it round him. That can work, but it's very, very risky with Adama. He is predominantly to get you into the places and to knock it across, and that works pretty much most times. He has scored a few goals for me. I don't know why it keeps putting in the loan version rather than the version I've got, but in general, a super sub that definitely is worth looking at. Would I say to buy him outright? I'd have a look and see what sort of prices you're looking at, try and find a dip for him, but in general, he's a great super sub. Back into the defense, we go for World Cup Bobby Moore. This guy for 100 and something K is a gem, an absolute gem. He's had just a monstrous balance and agility upgrade, as well as the pace. It's made him quite relevant again. We've saw it with Vidic, we've saw it with Nesta. They've got a big upgrade in their Team of the Year icon, and Bobby Moore started it off with the factor that they can now actually upgrade them a lot. We could see a Xavi with 90 pace. We could see a David Beckham with incredible pace, dribbling. He's got the whole package now. And Bobby Moore with the agility balance being incredible. Great amount of passing. The defending's fantastic. The physicals are good enough. You've got to whack the shadow, unfortunately, still. But what a card this is for absolutely peanuts. As a centre-back, this guy could last you a long time in that role. Especially if you're going with someone like a Virgil next to him. He is just absolutely cracking. And I 100% recommend trying him out if you are not settled on any centre-backs thus far. Then on to Theo Hernandez as left-back. He is, again, a little bit off balance now. I feel like we've had a few versions. We've had, obviously, the Team of the Year, which is in current packs. We have had a left wing, which out of position-wise was okay, but I still prefer him as a left-back. This guy definitely still a very good left-back. Would I argue, would it be cheaper just to go with a Furlan Mendy? I think that would personally be the most efficient price, but if you are looking for either a Serie A, you want a special team, full special, no golds, then this guy definitely will do the business. Great pace on him, obviously passing's okay to some extent, mainly the short and crossing is the only things viable there. Dribbling wise, we aren't really too fussed about that as long as he has a little bit of composure, which is now getting into the lower side of the game. We've got some dribbling and reactions, which is always nice, and then when we can get that defending up, we can obviously use multiple chem styles because we don't need any more pace. So he adds that sort of extra value of having enough pace that we don't need to whack an anchor if we really didn't need to. And who better to partner him than Inform Tomori? Honestly, I think this card is an absolute gem. He is incredible. We do have a better version of an 88 for him, and I think this guy as a team of the season is going to be monstrous. He will be able to really do the business, as well as potentially getting a team of the season of him with obviously team of the year Bellingham. We've got some nice English links coming together for an off league as well, which is always perfect. Plus then any special English cards we do get in the near future, you only need one or two icons. For instance, a team of the year icon Beckham would be absolutely spot on, and even if you wanted to go Ashley Cole as well. But Tomori is just a diamond at the back. Great pace on the start already. The defending's good, the physicals are solid, stamina's okay being a little bit lower, being a centre back. He's got good composure, reactions is nice, just doesn't necessarily have the passing yet, but this is the what is it? Not the highest version, but the one prior to that. We have got the 88, and I can imagine we will find another out of performance-based promo, or potentially an inform going forward, which just makes this card way, way better as we go on with it. But definitely a must-try, especially if you are running a Serie A squad. Going on to our first base icon in King Kenny. He is the cheapest version out of us all icons, and to be honest, I still think he'll do it. A 4-star, 5-star. We've got him at 5'8", can be right wing, centre forward, striker. We've got great pace on him, great finishing. Dribbling's nice, passing's okay, nothing too crazy there. But he is an out and out striker. And I think in every scenario, Dalglish is a wonderful card to get. And if you are looking just for an icon striker, maybe you want somebody to replace whoever you've got. If you've not got the Mbappes, you've not got a special striker that you really like, Dalglish is definitely one to have a look at. I think every version of him is very good. Obviously, as we go further up into the prime, into the World Cup, they are considerably better than the base, but most definitely doesn't mean the base is out of touch. Being still a couple of 100k for this card, he's still holding a value which at this point, bases normally are absolutely on the floor. If you take a look at all of the bases and their prices, we've got so many between 70 to 100k. It is crazy that not every single one has dropped, and it kind of shows you who's still in demand that little bit. We've got a lot of good strikers that would have got untradeable or obviously managed to try and get coins for, and Dalglish is still coming in at a decent price for an icon. But I think most definitely, if you've not tried a Dalglish, give it a go. Then on to the next base icon, and it's got to be Essien. He is wonderful. From the base version of this, the mid doesn't hit the same, to be honest. Prime is very good, and I really hope we do get another kind of upgraded Essien. Potentially reality. We haven't seen anything on reality icons as of yet, so there is still so many questions to be asked of what are they? Literally nobody has said anything. There's no leaks, there's no nothing. Guarantee as soon as this video's out, we have the full list. We know Essien's in it, and that's just how it works. But Essien's base is still a wonderful card. Good pace on him, defending solid, physical's very good. Dribbling wise is not necessarily as key, and passing could do with an upgrade, and that's where you're looking at the price difference between the base and the prime. And obviously if we do get a version in the future, that would be even better, but that is where he really lacks. But in terms of the fundamentals of defending, very, very good. You whack a shadow on him, you're looking at what, 91 pace? Yeah, 91. You get a +8, 91 pace, you're looking at least 88 to 89 defending. It's a wonderful card. If you're not got a DM, if you need that holding midfielder, and maybe you just want an icon. I feel like a lot of people still hold icons to that prestigious level. If you can't get a team of the year, you can't get one of the top guys like a winter wildcard Conte, then an icon of a cheaper value just holds that little bit of more of a prestigious value. Icons were meant to be the icons. That is the whole point of them, and I feel like now, because we get so many upgrades, we got 6 icon 88 plus packs in the past week, everybody has an icon team, so it does kind of lower the value or the essence of them, but some of them still shine through the cracks, and Essien is definitely one of them in that base form. Then we have one of the cards that, to be honest, I feel like is definitely going to be overlooked. It's going to be our man Saka. He is a team of the year honorable mentions. Incredible for the lad. Honestly, from when we started, when we kind of really saw him go forward in the Euros, you just knew this kid was going to be dynamite. 4-star, 4-star. Would love a FUT birthday. I think FUT birthday would have been the perfect promo to get a 5-star, 5-star, 91, 92 Saka. That would have been incredible. We might see him later on, and more than likely he gets a team of the season this year. Right mid, left mid, right wing. He obviously has the pace. Finishing wise could do with a little bit, because we know the kind of bottom end of his shooting isn't quite up to scratch. But as long as we get a bit more shot power on him, the finishing's pretty good at 88, but definitely could do with that little bit extra boost. Passing wise, again, in terms of a right wing, fantastic. Dribbling is incredible. We've got the stamina, and we've got a bit of aggression, which is nice. He hasn't got any traits as of yet, so that would be a nice one to be added to him also. But this guy's definitely got a future, and if you are struggling for a right mid, this guy is rapid. Absolutely rapid, and he's coming in just shy of 250, and is in the #1 spot for our list today. So let me know down below if you have seen anybody else under 250k and you want to give them a shout out in the comments. Apart from that, make sure you like and subscribe. Check out a video for the 100k, and I'll catch you all for the next one. Peace.